We are celebrating today St. Gregory the Great, Pope and Doctor of the Church. And at the same time, we're asking for his intercession for peace in the Middle East, especially in Syria. Yesterday, we received from St. Peter's Square a great appeal by Pope Francis, an appeal for prayer and penance for this very Saturday, September 7th. And he is appealing that we may be on our knees and pray for peace in Syria and all the Middle East. And so he says, today, dear brothers and sisters, I wish to add my voice to the cry which rises up with increasing anguish from every part of the world, from every people, from the heart of each person, from the one great family which is humanity. It is the cry for peace. And so he really feels it, and he's calling us, all of us, so that on this Saturday, on the day before the Nativity or birthday of Mary, that we may have a day of prayer and penance, invoking God's great gift of peace upon the beloved nation of Syria and about each situation of conflict and violence around the world. We're also asking St. Gregory the Great for his intercession. As we read his life, he was a great peacemaker among the many nations that were trying to overcome and take over Rome. So St. Gregory died on March 12, 604. So after the persecutions and the peace in the Constantinian period, then we have Pope Gregory. He was a prefect of Rome. In other words, he was a politician. He went up the ranks all the way up. But then he became a monk, Benedictine, and then papal legate to the Constantinople. So he had a big job there. As Pope, noted for liturgical reform and chant, hence the Gregorian chant. Sent missionaries to England, wrote on many moral and theological subjects, Moralia and Job, dialogues and pastoral rule. One of the four great doctors of the Latin Church, and called himself, again, Servus Servorum Dei, which the Pope say, the servant of the servants of God. So he's the first one to remind us of that. And then patron saint of music. So he was able to bring peace to Rome in all those areas when all that peace was being threatened, and he was able then. So we implore upon him also to help us bring peace in Syria. So we're asking on Saturday that the many groups that we do have, that they be organizing themselves and do some creative prayer and fasting. And we ask not only the Knights of Columbus, the Yasun Council of Catholic Women, Cursillistas, Charismatics, ACTS, Radiant Awakening, RCIA groups, catechetical groups and programs, etc., etc. So that the day before Mary's birth, we may storm heaven for peace. You may be very interesting in this. The Eastern Church, Catholic Church, had a synod in June, and the Patriarch Gregorius III Lane, Patriarch of Antioch and of all East, and in their synod, they prayed for this situation, and of course that's affecting them directly, because that's their land, their dioceses or eparchies. And one of them, the Patriarch, in union with the Pope, he quoted this quote from St. Ignatius of Antioch. He says, I ask you to do everything possible to alleviate the serious needs of the affected populations, especially in Syria, the people of beloved Syria, and the ever more numerous refugees and displaced persons. Now here comes. St. Ignatius of Antioch addressed the Christians in Rome saying, remember in prayer at the Church of Syria. I repeat to you, remember in your prayers the Church of Syria. Jesus Christ will watch over it and your charity. I trust the countless victims to the Lord of life and implore the Most Holy Mother of God to console all those in a time of great distress. It is true, what is happening in Syria is a great distress. Unquote. St. Ignatius of Antioch, in the turn of the 1st century, 19th century. So we invoke his intercession and all the saints, including St. Gregory the Great.